All right, welcome to another episode of the Rugby League Outsiders Extra. We've got an amazing interview today. Very kindly, Jason Hirst, CEO of the Bradford Bulls, has agreed to have a quick chat with us about the upcoming game with Midland Hurricanes at Odsal, which I, for one, am incredibly excited about. And Karl, you being a stalwart Bradford Bulls fan, lifelong, since you was knee-high to a grasshopper, loved the Bulls. You know, you can't wait for this, can you?
No, absolutely. Bouncing off the walls. The first thing I said to you when the Hurricanes went through the next round of the Cup and the balls are getting drawn out, says, I hope Hurricanes get Bradford. That'd be absolute dream fixture for me. And there we are. Out it came, the two numbers, and here we go.
Yeah, so Jason, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to meet you, Craig. Nice to meet you, Karl, and I look forward to chatting.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of questions in mind, but we're quite happy to take the conversation whatever direction it goes. I think the first thing to chat about is there's very little about you, Jason, online. So can you just give us a little bit of a rundown of how you've ended up as the CEO of Bradford Bulls?
Yeah, certainly. First of all, I've put that there's very little about me online. I like to go under the radar because there's no bigger, better than club. My background is being involved in what we used to call amateur rugby, out of community club rugby, on and off, the best part of 40 years, bang average at best player, and then more recently as a coach in open age rugby. I've been a fan of Bradford Northern, Bradford Bulls since 1976. I've been going to every home game, every other week apart of the game in the last 47 years, and I've been at the fair share of away games. I stopped coaching community club rugby back in 2016, and my own involvement in rugby after that was continuing to support the Bulls until approximately June 2021, when Nigel Wood, the Bradford Bulls chairman, approached me and asked me if I'd be interested in becoming part-time with youth and academy director, with a view to oversee his academy operation and fingers crossed getting a full elite license back. And as I'm sure you're aware, we're currently on a temporary license.
Yeah.
So I joined the 2022 as youth and academy director part-time. At that stage, I was working full-time in training employment at a local company. And then over the period of time, thankfully, started to lean on me a little bit more, ask me opinions about things, questioning me on the few stuff of what my boss was, and then that led to, back in May last year, I actually gave up full-time paid employment. I retired, if you like. I took on board the offer that Nigel made to become the CEO of the Bradford Bulls. So I've been in post for about 10 months now, so no previous involvement in the professional game other than being an avid supporter, but I've been around the community club games for a long time, and I understand how to league.
So just sort of looking back, so take yourself back 5, perhaps 10 years. I mean, was this even on your radar? Did you even think it was a possibility that you'd end up at this sort of status at this point in life?
Absolutely not. If you'd have told me that 10 years ago, I'd have looked at you as though you've lost your marbles. That said, I got involved as youth and academy director. I'd like to think I proved myself in that role. Certainly, internally, a lot of the work that we're doing, would be behind the scenes. But the chairman, thought I looked to see what I could do. To offer me the CEO role, being CEO of that, the Bulls, understanding the sport, obviously, Aaron.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, Bradford Bulls is a business. I've got a long career and, relatively successful career in leadership and management and business. So it's all actually do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So skill set, and it's all the love of the club and my passion for the club and my work ethic. And yeah, the rest is it. So it came out of clue, but it was an opportunity as a lifelong Bradford fan that I couldn't turn down. But that said, if I didn't think I was capable of doing the job and doing it well, I wouldn't have accepted it.
Yeah.
But it's certainly a challenge. But I've never been scared of the challenge. I like to be out in the comfort zone. I like to protect myself. So yeah, it ticks all the boxes for me.
So certainly, they sound like they've certainly got the right man for the job. Yeah, if someone who's taking a role on like that, almost on a voluntary basis, you know, you've clearly got the club's best interest at heart, and you clearly, you know, you want to drive the club forward. So, to anybody that's sort of new to the sport, new to what Bradford Bulls are, so obviously Bulls have won various Challenge Cup titles, Super League titles, World Club Challenge titles. Over the past few years, they have fallen on harder times. It feels like the club's going back in the right direction. So what steps have you taken to try and achieve that level of success again?
Good question. What steps did I take? I think first and foremost, obviously when I was academy director, I kept my eyes and ears open and I observed a lot. And then when I became CEO, I had a period of bedding in and looking and watching and speaking to people, getting people's views, before formulating plans. I think fundamentally, there were two things that I wanted and needed to do. Off the field, I like to bring more management rigor, more leadership, more procedure and processes, because I'm a great believer in procedures and processes. I wanted to challenge people, and by that, I mean, why are we doing that? And if I got the answer because that's what we've always done, then my follow-up question was, well, how can we do it better? Yeah. Because we've always done it that way, doesn't mean that we have to keep on doing it that way. So off the field, I think I brought some strong leadership, some consistency. I like to think I'm approachable. I do demand or ask a lot of my staff, but equally I played, a lot of pressure on myself. I'm a great believer that you've got to be the best you can be every day, and you'll make mistakes. But mistakes aren't necessarily bad, because I'm a great believer that you learn from mistakes. And, nobody dies because of making mistakes in business, or very, very rare, certainly not in the rugby league industry. So off the field, that's what I set about doing. And then on the field, obviously, it's well documented that we had a very disappointing thing for the last year, finishing 9 out of the 14 in the championship. So we're about reviewing where we thought we could improve. The first thing that I helped identify along with others was that we needed to overhaul our recruitment strategy. And we did that. I think we've got excellent value for money. I think we're recruiting very well so far. But as recruitment's not finished, we meet every week. And when I say every week, who I mean. I mean, Brian Noble, football consultant. Yeah. Nigel Hirst, the club chairman, and last but not least, Mark Dunning, as head coach, and myself. The recruitment is ongoing. And it's paid dividends so far. I mean, we're only 6 games in, certainly season, but equally at almost 25%. And I think it's fair to say that we're performing better than what we did last year. I think Mark, full credit to Mark, he brought in a more expansive style of play that the fans seem to like. And there's been a lot of talk in the press, from Mark and myself about an improved culture. And we've changed this culture, but we still work to do. But all in all, I think positive at the moment. We're moving forward. The club and the business is being run on a sustainable basis, which is absolutely fundamental and vital, because success on the field will only come if we're successful off the field. And first and foremost, you've got to lay your foundations, and the foundations are that we run this club in a sustainable manner, because it's well documented that under previous leadership and ownership things, we had administrations and liquidations, and certainly while I know the club, that's not something I want to be associated with. So each and every day, it's about running the business sustainable. It's about improving on and off the field of play and learning from a mistake and continually challenging one another to see how we could do things bigger and better.
I'm sure every Bradford fan and every rugby league fan is heartened to hear what you've just said, to be honest with you, because the word administration cropped up slightly there, and as a Bulls fan, that was, there were very, very difficult times. But like I say, it does seem like you've got everything running in the right direction. The The squad is certainly better than it's been for years, and they look like they're challenging again this year. So as we move forward and we look to this week's game against the Midlands Hurricanes, how much do you know of them as a business, and what do you think of their performances on field at the minute?
As a business, things, to be honest, which I know them down, I don't know so much about them as a business. What I do know that, the originally fought commonly banned based in West England. We started out with what we used to call an amateur side. Now it's a community club side.
Yeah.
They made the progressions to semi-pro, which I think is testament to a club to, quickly grow and become semi-pro. Obviously, they're now based in Birmingham, which is, the UK's second city. And I know that they've won out of 3 so far in league. I'm also aware that, they beat Arnold St. James 19-12, I believe, in last round.
Yeah.
It's 5 things behind, I think it was 12-4 at half time. I noticed that they had a couple of players sent off in second half, so to turn around 8 points behind and win by 7, with having 2 players sent off, I think from afar, that tells me that they've got a good spirit and a good resilience about them. So I'm interested to learn more. So as always, fundamentally, my priority is to look at our performance on the Sunday, but I also take the keen interest in what the opposition are doing. Do any players stand out that we might want to recruit further down the track? So I don't know too much about them, but that's the beauty of the Challenge Cup. You get gone against things you don't know so much about. It's an opportunity to learn more about them, and I look forward to the game like I do every match every Sunday.
Have you done anything to kind of promote the match outside of kind of Bradford, or are you just kind of thinking, right, okay, just our normal sort of routes to market, channels to promote the game, and then let that kind of do the work, if you like?
Again, another good question. I think fundamentally, yeah, we look at the needed tackling area, but we look to promote wider than that. We always look that when we're playing at home, the NECs around us, they'll go a lot, trying to attract their fans. Equally, the Bradford Bulls is still in rugby league terms, it's still a huge brand.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is the social media reach, the fan base around the world, around the country. So when we force to publicise our matches, it's not just looking at Bradford. Obviously, that's a priority, and that's the easy win, if you like, but we look further afield than that. We've got a game before then. Influence is obviously the biggest focus, but we'll be meeting tomorrow as a team. And when I say a team, I mean the administration. Not administration, it's the liquidation. Sitting around the team.
Yeah.
The management take the opportunity where we talk tomorrow about how do we best promote this game. As always, I'll seek opinion and I'll seek ideas from my team, and I'll encourage them to think out of the box, which is something that I always encourage them to do. And we'll come up with some innovative ideas to promote the match and to spread the word. Equally, if any of you guys have got any ideas, being a little bit closer to Hurricanes than me, feel free to drop me a line, or we'll have a chat after the interview, and that I'll listen to anything you've got to say. And if you come up with some ideas, we'll take them on board.
We're doing it right now, Jason, because this is going to be posted all over social media, and we're going to get we're going to get the Hurricanes guys involved as well. You'll see a lot of us the next week or so promoting this game, I can assure you. So for new fans that are going to be coming to Odsal then, so if you've got Hurricanes fans coming from Birmingham who've never been to Bradford, they've never been to the world famous Odsal Stadium, never experienced Bullmania before, what can they expect on a game day from the Bulls?
I think lots of stuff. First and foremost, if anyone's never been to Odsal Stadium, they'll find something totally different to anywhere else in Rugby League. It's an iconic stadium. Rugby League is a gladiatorial sport, and when you come to Odsal, a lot of people like coming to a Coliseum, which lends itself to the gladiatorial sport.
It's a good way of putting
it.
So I was just saying that's a really good way of describing Odsal.
Yeah, open and honest again. it's in need of modernisation, but on a summer day, it lends itself to entertainment. It's a massive ground for anybody who doesn't know. In 1964, it has 102,000 fans for the Challenge Cup replay between Wellington and Halifax. People there, including relatives of mine, tell me that there were more likely 120,000 people there as people brought down the gate to see the kick-off.
Yeah.
It also did a Super League record, attendance 24,020, I think it was, against Limbrano back in the day, where we won by a point with Mickey Withers dropping a ball. It's an iconic stadium. It's massive. The capacity inside is about 22,000. As much as I'd love to fill it, we're not going to do that against anybody anytime soon. But there's a lot going on. We we'll try our very best to make the match day experience and entertaining as we can. It's not just about 80 minutes of your in. Beforehand, the club shop's open, so I encourage anybody from any training to come up, get there early, take a look around the club shop, the what's in there, the pictures from yesteryear. Pretty much, we have inflatables, the bouncy castles for the young spectators, and this has also become this is typical of what we do. Inflatables, bouncy castles, in giveaways, lots of competitions for children, to design courses, outside entertainment, in terms of interviews, an on-field activity. The portable club shop was playing at food outlet, bars, and then post-match in the hospitality stand situated behind the post at the south of the stadium, the Trevor off the land. Everybody, whether you're a Bradford fan, a Hurricane fan, or a youth club, we invite you into the Trevor off the lounge afterward, where you can get a drink, be it an alcoholic one or the soft drink. The players will be in the centre of it, so if there's any young fans from the Hurricanes who want pictures with players, want to chat to players, want autographs, come into the facility after the game, into the Trevor Foster Lounge. You'll be looked after and you'll get an opportunity to see some players. You know, and many of them will apply their rugby at higher level, you know, NRL, Cody Thompson, the league Michael Wallace. So there's a lot going on. We'll confirm all the details in the coming days and weeks. But the message is get there early and start getting me out of the field and let us know what you think about the stadium.
Yeah, it's amazing what you're saying. You know, we often say that rugby league's a big family sport, and I think, you know, like you say, gladiatorial on the pitch, but you know, there's that family spirit, and it feels like I feel, you know, I'm born in Halifax, but I feel like a Midlander now, and I feel like I'm welcome there at the stadium. Enjoy the spectacle, and I'll definitely be taking you up on the entry into the hospitality. So
we'll be
all
there.
good stuff.
So quickly, just touching on Odsal Stadium, you mentioned it a minute ago. Since the levelling up fund was unsuccessful, how is that going at the minute to develop Odsal? Is there stuff in the pipeline to improve the facilities over the years?
Yeah, as you said, the recent levelling up bid for 50 million that was the Metropolitan District Council bid. Unfortunately, failed, which was a blow, and not only to Bradford Bulls, but to South Bradford, where the club based is the wider Bradford community, and Rugby League as well. We're still in regular dialogue with the council and of the Rugby Football League as to what happens next in the ground. The council has created what they call a DARSA rule, where they brought all the DARSAs together from the last 5 to 10 years, all the different proposals, all the costings, and they're reaching out to the private sector. So at the moment, that's what we know. We expect to sit down at the council again in the coming month, or maybe a couple of months, and we'll learn more then. And as we do, we'll share that with the wider fan base. In the meantime, we're committed to make the Odsal Stadium the best it can be. And, I touched up all the different things that we do. So that's the biggest thing that I'm looking to say there is that this season, kids go free in 2023. So any fans who want to come to Odsal Stadium for any match this season, be it Challenge Cup or League, or any season playoffs, will They'll be arriving for the draft of this. So anybody who's listening who supports the Midlands Hurricanes, bring along your children, your grandchildren. There's no catching to getting at the draft of this.
Just another thing then. Following IMG's proposal to grow the sport the other week, how confident are you that Bradford are going to develop from that? Do you think that you're going to score highly on the ratings that they've proposed to you?
Another good question. These are proposals, as you said.
Yeah.
We met approximately 11 days ago with all the other clubs in IMG where the proposal was presented again. It's originally been presented earlier this year, but then, we looked at what were the 5 pillars that definitely grading when you're going to be an AFB or two. The next step for us in the club is that we're still digesting that, and not only what would it mean to Bradford Bulls, but what would it mean to the sport as a whole, because although the Bradford Bulls is obviously outside of the we're deeply passionate about the sport. We don't just want what's best for Bradford Bulls.
Yeah.
We want what's best for the sport in this country. I've got a consultation with IRG on Wednesday the 6th of April along with some other clubs. I've got a number of questions that I'm going to ask IRG on behalf of the club. I want some clarity on the club things, and then once we've got that, we'll set stock of where we are and what we think about it all. And then there'll be a vote on the 19th of April. So at the moment, we're not nearly as close to any mass at the moment, but it's fair to say that we're fully supportive of the broader aid for rugby league in this country to reach its full potential. Because I am a traditionalist at heart, but the fact is that the sport's not growing in terms of bringing in additional revenue streams, increased sponsorship, and it's not bringing in enough new fans, and that's a challenge for the sport as a whole. It's certainly a challenge for the Bradford Bulls, which is one of the reasons why we're promoting and giving free things and tickets to anything and unders, because we recognise that we've got a loyal fan base that we want to look after, but it's an aging fan base with the greatest respect, and it's vital that we all, not only as a club, but as a sport, to attract new spectators, new investors and new sponsors. We all know that Rugby League is Karl and Craig, is the greatest game. Anybody who comes and watches it, or pretty much everybody, loves the product on the field. But there's a lot of off-field stuff that the sport struggles with, and we've got to look at it differently, and we've got to evolve. We as the club are open-minded. We want what is best for the Bradford Bulls, obviously, but we want what is best for the great game of our rugby league, the great game, and we're passionate about that. So we'll come in further once we've, been in consultation and once the vote takes place. But we're interested to learn more about the proposal.
Brilliant, Jason. It's been incredibly insightful listening to you. One thing's for sure, you seem to have your finger on the pulse, and you seem to be the right man to be kind of driving the club forward. I for one, absolutely looking forward to the Challenge Cup clash with the Midlands. I know it's going to be a spectacle. I'm really looking forward to it. So from me, and I'll let Karl have the last word, being a massive Bulls fan, thank you very much.
Yeah, Jason, I'll echo what Craig said. I'm really looking forward to getting back up to Odsal and watching the Bulls. Everything I've seen this year, they look like they're firing on all cylinders. We look like we're competitive on the field, and I'm just really looking forward to bringing a new fan base up to the Bulls and letting them experience it as well. So just quickly, have you got any last messages for any Bulls fans or any new fans that are looking to come to the game?
Yeah, I think the message is that this club is on an even footing at the moment. You mentioned about, me leading the club, but I'm just one person. The leadership, we're all proud for that podium. And that's key. The people in the senior position of the club, both on and off the field, it's just a rugby league. We're Bradfordians who love the club. We're doing a lot of great stuff in the community. We do a lot of great stuff on match day. Rugby league is the force for good. The Bradford Bulls is the force for good. Please come along, have a look, see what you think. If you like it, keep coming. If you think we can improve, get in touch with us at the club. We're always open to constructive criticism. We always want to improve We'll welcome everybody from the Hurricanes. Please stay behind the call. Please get to the game early. Sample the pre-match entertainment, the pre-match atmosphere, and stay afterwards. Coming at the first round of commissions, you come in and you've got young players. The players will be available to chat, to bang, all that, to talk, to have goals. Rugby League's a third game. If you've never watched it, get involved. It's such a force for good. You'll make sense for life, and you'll kick yourself not having got involved in it earlier.
Smashing. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you both when we host the Hurricanes. If there's anything I can do in the meantime, please don't hesitate to drop me a line, and good luck to the Hurricanes, before our game and for the rest of the season as well.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care.